Holy shit, it's Paige! The rumors were true, and she's faking an injury. All of a sudden, she walks normal.
Oh man, I don't think we ever thought we would see the day. But welcome back, Paige. Accompanied by WWE Hall of Famer Nikki Bella, the team of Brie Bella and Paige. No secret that the Bellas and Paige are longtime friends, but there is no way anyone knew Paige was going to be here at Wrestlemania. Oh man, your heart goes out to Nikki Bella, who's missed out because of that injury, but what a major surprise and what a major shot in the arm for this audience who have truly been given a gift here with the return of Paige. Paige looks in tremendous shape here tonight, and she will team with Brie Bella as part of this fatal four-way match for the women's tag team titles. And I'm just looking up doing some research real quick here, Wade. Well, go ahead with your point. I was going to say the entire UK must be jumping out of their couches right now. I know it's late there. I'm sure you're buzzing with energy thanks to the return of Paige from the famous Night Dynasty over there. Well, she's back and she's coming for the gold. And apparently, I believe this is Paige's first time in a WWE ring in more than 8 years.
Your own tag partner, and now making the most of that are the irresistible forces. Oh, geez, Bailey.
Lash Legend has been so impressive and incredible since teaming with Nia Jax.
I mean, how can these two fail? Let's be honest, two powerhouses that are both worth double. It's basically 4 against 2 every time they're in tag matches.
I still can't stop looking at the apron. Paige is actually in this match, Wade.
Oh man, this place is going to explode when she gets tagged.
Oh! Charlotte Flair with a high cross body. And the Queen now sends Nia Jax out of the ring and delivers a chop to Brie. Woo! You see Charlotte Flair, and you talk about Paige. Remember back at NXT when Paige, Charlotte, and Becky were part of that team, PCB. And look at this, Brie Bella hooking up Charlotte, who kicks out.
Yeah, here's the problem. These kind of 4-way matchups with the rules like this. There's always going to be opponents flying in every time you go for a move, a pin, whatever. You've got to have your wits about you in there.
Brie Bella using Lyra Valkyria as a weapon, and then Lyra wiping out Brie.
Well, how much does this affect Brie? Obviously, it's great you've got Paige, but you are used to teaming with your own twin sister.
Again, I'm looking back in time here, and as Brie Bella delivers the yes kicks now to Charlotte and Lyra. Paige actually teamed with Brie on with Brie on a WrestleMania kickoff show a number of years ago. Oh, step up in Zaguri.
That's not a particularly deep resume as a tag team, but you'll take whatever you can get at this point. Gonna have to click into gear very, very quickly here, and that's tough to do when you've got Nia Jax rearranging your spine.
And a tag made, and Lash Legend now legal.
Look, I love everything about Lash Legend. For many people, that is the future of the women's division right there, and that is a small example of exactly why they're taking this war by storm since arriving.
Choke slam right onto the apron of Bailey. Now Charlotte Flair with a big boot drops Nia to the floor. Lash Legend with that boot to Charlotte.
Charlotte is absolutely brilliant, has all the experience in the world, but there's so little you can do against someone with a frame like Lash Legend who knows how to use it. Using those veteran wiles now is Charlotte Flair, and smartly tagging out, getting the fresh Alexa Bliss in there for a go.
And now Bliss. Oh, and a DDT delivered to Lash Legend. Now Lyra Valkyria back into the fray.
Valkyria, one of the greatest high flyers and a former Intercontinental champ here in WWE too. Now picking up the pace, and this is smart. Once you've got Lash Legend out of the ring, do whatever you can on your opponents and capitalize.
And now Bayley and Lyra with the frequent tags. Double team coming, backbreaker. And Bayley delivers the elbow to Bliss.
Ding dong, you idiots.
And Lash Legend gonna break up the near fall.
Well, Lash was down, but certainly not out, and poised at the right time to break up that pin.
And Brie fingertips away from her partner Paige before Lash Legend intercepts and sends her to the corner.
And how much would Lash Legend love to spoil this return of Paige by preventing her from even getting tagged in, get this one finished before Paige can even enter?
Yeah, I was gonna say, Paige hasn't even been in this matchup. But Nikki tries to will the crowd on. Alexa Bliss now and Lyra Valkyria gonna double team Brie.
Well, it's all about loose alliances in this one. Attack opponents, but keep your wits about you. These things never last long.
And now Lash Legend, so confident. She powers her way in here.
A bougie bully doing her thing.
Yeah, sending Bliss and Lyra to the mat. Meanwhile, Brie Bella perched on the top rope, missile drop kick by Brie.
And an absolute bullseye at that, taking a lot out of Brie. 4 women down, fresh partners now on the apron, demanding entry into this match.
Got to tag your own partner. Lyra trying to drag herself to Bayley. Tag made. Here comes Nia Jax. Here comes Charlotte Flair. Bayley in as well. Charlotte with a big boot.
Nice nimble work there by Nia Jax, and now that intolerable overwhelming. Oh, God!
Here comes Paige!
What the world's been waiting for.
A 2-time Divas champion. Paige taking it to Nia. The inaugural NXT Women's Champion. Yep. Gonna hook up Bayley here. Fisherman suplex.
Paige is looking better than ever.
And Paige now sent out to the apron. Lash Legend gets caught by a kick. Paige now, look at the well-placed knees to Legend. Wearing Legend out.
Just a step ahead of the competition since that tag is Paige. And what is she cooking up here?
Paige now off the top rope, crossbody to Lyra Valkyria, who rolls through.
Beautiful. Nice, Lyra.
Lyra looking for Nightwing. Paige able to counter.
Scrambling out at exactly the right time. Paige Turner.
Is it enough to put her away? And it breaking things up is Bayley. Turning back the clock with a Paige Turner. And that was Samoan drop by Nia Jax.
And Jax just going on a tear at the right time. This is championship time now. Looking to retain the gold here and dump Brie Bella out on ahead, but denied.
And now Nia, Brie go down. Lash Legend from behind. They're going to hook up Lyra for a last extension here. Cover. Paige and Charlotte break it up.
And they needed to, because that was game over for Lyra Valkyria. Kept the match alive for themselves.
I mentioned these two were teammates many years ago in NXT. Working together to clear the ring and make this one-on-one.
That is Paige from AEW. She decided to come in for Brie Bella because Brie is injured in her crutches.
Two women that led us to the Evolution.
The barrier smashing, game-changing queens of the industry throwing down. And
now Paige starting to get the upper hand on Charlotte. big chop by Charlotte. Looking for the figure 8. Uh-oh, got her. Kick out by Charlotte at 2.
Paige is looking
That's
right.
all selection.
Come on,
That
Charlotte.
could be good night right here, but gotta move quick while the rest of the teams are down.
Alexa Bliss
Goofy ass
with Paige in
the
trouble.
80s rock hair.
Brie Bella yanking Charlotte out of the ring. Distracting Bliss. Oh, wait, that's Nikki.
Oh,
Wait a minute. Nikki with the crutch.
Walking normal.
Nikki with the crutch. Twisted Bliss. Paige got her knees up.
Well, that pause was all it took for Paige to recover.
Paige, Rampage. Paige and Brie with the tag titles.
Here are your winners and
Charlotte's gonna watch out for Alexa Bliss.
Women's Tag Team Champion.
Best time. It's the best time, guys.
What an emotional moment tonight.
Alexa
The return of
get out of
Paige
this goofy ass Charlotte
to
player.
win tag team gold.
While shock and awe for the entire industry, Paige back where she belongs and back at the very top. This is the moment Nikki Bella got involved from the outside. Of course, cruelly taken out of the match with that ankle injury. Now attacking Charlotte Flair with that crutch. Wiping out Flair, distracting Bliss, giving Paige enough time to recover. Bring up the knees on this Twisted Bliss. And then really make it count moments later with this cradle DDT. Rampage. And we have new tag champs, shockingly. Brie Bella and Paige.
Paige won a championship on her debut in WWE over a decade ago.
I don't see the revolution.
And now she returns for the first time in 8 years. And what does she do? She wins gold again. One of the most inspirational women that you will ever meet. Paige has returned to WWE to win the tag team titles.
That is just the ultimate feel-good story. If you're a fan of this industry, a fan of the journey we've all been on over the past 15 years in the women's division, Paige, that was amazing. Congratulations.
Well, you know, everyone is out for WrestleMania. Even the Mandalorian and Grogu, who've traveled to see tonight's action. And we have a sneak peek at their new movie, Star Wars, The Mandalorian and Grogu, filmed for IMAX and in theaters May 22nd.
Grogu will live centuries beyond me. I won't always be around to protect him.
Just don't stand behind me. Okay? Soon you'll be on camera, and I don't want you on camera. Camera's right there. Camera's right there. Boo. Boo. AJ. Boo. You're stupid.
And I'll tell you this right now, Michael Cole, there is zero chance Jessica Carr is going to be unbiased in this one. It is a conspiracy. It is a scandal.
AJ Lee defending the Intercontinental Championship against Becky Lynch. And for Becky, there's really just one key strategy in this match tonight. That is avoid the submission move known as the Black Widow. They've met 3 times over the past 7 months. 3 times. Becky is tapped out to the Black Widow.
Well, I'll half agree with you. Yes, avoid the Black Widow at all costs because that is a guaranteed L. The other half is avoid the biased refereeing decision
how much
of
is,
Jessica
how much is Becky paying you to keep up this propaganda to give her an out when she loses to AJ tonight?
Doesn't have to pay me a penny. I speak the truth, unlike you, Michael Cole. 25 years plus of nonsense right here at Wrestlemania. Congratulations.
And this has become very personal between these two. Becky Lynch revealing that her 5-year-old daughter, her favorite wrestler, AJ Lee.
Yeah, long-standing rival, straddling a couple of eras, as you mentioned, but AJ has simply been kryptonite for Becky Lynch ever since returning, delivering multiple humiliations at the man. And that humiliation may be complete with victory tonight.
Becky Lynch, though, we cannot ignore her resume at Wrestlemania. One of the great resumes, 4 wins, tied for the most of all time in the women's division.
And Lynch from the off is already coming unglued here, but nice bit of power here from the Irish woman.
Yeah, suckering AJ Lee and now a fall-away slam into the barricade.
Well, the first 30 seconds of this match were an absolute disaster for Lynch. But that is an example right there of why she is permanently championship caliber.
Continues to make history, does Becky Lynch. WrestleMania 32, when she won the inaugural WWE Women's Championship. Becky, of course, part of the main event, first women's main event in WrestleMania history back at WrestleMania 35. And now Lynch, what a leg drop off the top rope. Cover now by Becky to win the title, and a kick out by Lee.
Yeah, you're not going to put AJ Lee away that easily, but certainly softening up the champ and doing some major damage from the off. Gritting her teeth.
Well, Becky's got to be careful because the official, Jessica Carr,
It's a cheat.
well, not going to take anything from Becky tonight. And Becky now with a clothesline. Very intense, very determined. Becky with a back exploder, sending AJ to the center of the ring. Crawls to the cover, hook to the leg. On Lee, kick out at 2.
Well, it's been Becky Lynch's greatest hits in the first 90 seconds of this matchup, and there is no relenting, just pure hatred oozing out of the pores of Lynch.
Well, Becky should be concentrating a bit more on AJ than
Oh,
barking.
no, well, hold on. Well,
AJ taking off the turnbuckle pad.
what on earth is she doing that for? That came back to bite her at the Elimination Chamber, and she ended up regretting it and losing the match.
And now it starts with the car.
Screaming in the ear of Jessica Carr.
I can't with you because you are absolutely insane. You know that?
Absolutely insane. You can't call a competitor that if you are a neutral official. Just call the competitor insane.
Oh, now AJ rolling up Becky, may catch her here in a kick out at 2.
Yeah, nice distraction there from the referee, Jessica Fast Count Carr.
Also didn't hear what Becky was screaming in the ear of Jessica either.
She was whispering.
Okay.
There's no screaming. One person was screaming, and now completely turning this around after an impromptu insertion by the referee is AJ Lee.
AJ with a knee to the face. And now went for the tornado DDT. Becky center toward the middle of the ring. AJ, what a collision.
That was nasty, catching the jaw of Becky Lynch. And collision like that normally does not behoove you to be the lighter competitor like AJ Lee is. Clearly a diminutive individual. And that sent shockwaves down the spine of the champ.
And AJ Lee
So nimble, so quick.
sliding underneath and taking Becky off her feet.
Feel like slowly but surely AJ Lee is getting a major foothold in this match after the early abuse that she took.
AJ, oh, the missile drop kick. Connecting, gonna crawl toward the cover. Looking to retain her Intercontinental Championship that she won back at the Elimination Chamber event.
And I'll hand it all
Back
to
at the
AJ Lee. So
Elimination
impressive since
Chamber.
returning, completely undefeated since coming back. The ring rust truly is off, and she is simply getting better with each matchup, and that is scary for the rest of the women's division.
And as AJ gets better, Becky becomes more frustrated.
Might have been going for that Black Widow there, Cole.
And Becky was able to counter.
That's what you got to do in the build-up to this matchup. Work on your counters for that one move, oh God.
Now Becky Lynch creating some space. AJ back to her feet. Becky stunned now. Went for the Shining Wizard. Becky, though, able to pick her out of the air. Stacking up the champion. And a kick out.
Body of AJ Lee just bends in the strangest of ways, almost like a contortionist, and clearly Lynch using that to her advantage on a highly tight, stacked pin there.
There's over 50,000 here tonight in Las Vegas for WrestleMania Saturday, witnessing the Intercontinental Championship match between the champion who's in trouble, AJ Lee, and the former champ, Becky Lynch.
Permanent snarl etched on the face of Becky Lynch here, who's done a real number on the champ thus far.
Looking for the manhandle slam, and AJ Lee turns it into an arm drag. And a kick now to the back of the neck.
It's that speed, that pace of AJ Lee that really is the difference maker here.
And looking for the
God,
Black Widow.
oh God.
And Becky
Nice.
Lynch swings her into the second rope. Great counter by Becky.
And that's what Fight Camp has been all about for Becky Lynch. That one move, that's been the problem.
And now the manhandle slam. Becky Lynch to win the Intercontinental title. AJ Lee just got the shoulder up.
Is that shock or is that fury in the eyes of Becky
Wrestling
Lynch? Because
is
she
way
thought she
better
had this
than
one.
it
What
was
an
in
amazing
the
reversal
first
out of
time.
that Black Widow there. The neck of AJ Lee surgically repaired, catching that middle rope, followed up with this manhandle slam, and it should have been over. But the resilience of AJ Lee coming to the fore.
Yeah, just angering Becky Lynch as she sends AJ in the corner, now stomping away. Gotta be careful she doesn't get disqualified here.
Yeah, especially when you never know the referee's count cadence.
Oh, she better get out of Jessica Carr's face. I mean, I respect Carr for letting things go in this match, being a championship match, but she's had enough.
Okay.
Well, turnabout's fair play. Can't say Becky didn't deserve that.
Technically, it could have been a disqualification there for Becky Lynch.
And
She's living
AJ Lee
dangerously.
with a manhandle slam of her own. Cover by AJ. Stacks her up. Oh, the kick out at 2.
second away from victory for the champ. AJ Lee thought she had it in the bag after a major distraction once again. Becky Lynch not focused on her opponent, simply focusing on the referee.
As she went after the official, Jessica Carr ducked underneath, and it allowed AJ to strike.
And it really is up for grabs now. Both women laid out. Both women have dropped major shots on their opponent, but their opponent has been equal to it. But you sense the end is inching closer.
AJ, right hand. Becky delivers one of her own. And another. Slugfest continues.
And in a slugfest, I'm backing the bigger, more powerful athlete, in this case, Lynch.
Becky with the middle slam. AJ Lee with a Black Widow. Will Becky Lynch tap for a fourth time?
Don't you tap.
Oh, God, getting towards those ropes. Getting inching closer.
Trying to grab the rope to force a break. And I think she had a handful of hair, which caused AJ Lee to slip onto the hold.
And managed to navigate out of there somehow. Wait a second, that turnbuckle just fell off in the hands of Becky Lynch. Well, I don't think anyone saw it.
Pulling the official in front of her. And now sending AJ Lee into the exposed steel turnbuckle. And now a manhandle slam. Jessica Carr had no idea what happened. And Becky Lynch is a three-time Intercontinental
That's
champion.
what I'm saying.
Here is your winner, and new Women's Intercontinental Champion, the Man, Becky Lynch!
Well, all is well in the world. Not only did Becky Lynch thwart the biased refereeing of Jessica Carr, she finally defeated her kryptonite, AJ Lee, and now is shining with the gold. Well, this is where it almost went wrong for Becky Lynch, getting into a shoving match with the official, walking a dangerous line here, potential disqualification that, to be fair, was let go. But immediately there, on the offense, was AJ Lee with a manhandle slam of her own and a late kick out. But this is pivotal here. The Black Widow escape, apparently pulling the hair of AJ Lee that the referee did not quite catch. But immediately following that up with some underhanded tactics, removing that turnbuckle, pulling the ref in the way. Referee got sandwiched as she backed out, unbeknownst to the ref, head first into the steel when AJ Lee, and followed up. One-man handle slam later, we got a new Intercontinental champ, and it's the Man.
Becky Lynch, once again, on top of the world. I mean, AJ Lee obviously disappointed, but she can't be upset at the way she lost that match, only because Becky Lynch exposed the steel. Club WWE is the ultimate insider membership program designed to bring fans closer to WWE than ever before through exclusive access, rewards, and experiences. If you're interested in becoming a founding member, you can join the waitlist now by visiting WWE.com/club WWE. Mortal.
And as always, when they take a break, so do we.
It's called Mortal
Who's ready for Gunther? I don't know what to think about this match. There's really no build. It's just kind of... I mean, I hope I get some sort of explanation.
Cena and AJ Styles. Would love to do that to Rollins. We'll get into that story in a moment. Hence the ring.
And here we go, wasting little time. Gunther and Rollins, and Gunther who wants to damage and destroy Rollins here tonight. Seth Rollins, who missed months and months due to a shoulder injury, hasn't had a match in months. He's medically cleared, but there's no way he's 100%.
Coming back in after 6 months out with the pressure of WrestleMania against a career killer like Gunther. No, thank you. And I'll say right now, Seth Rollins really is this generation's Mr. WrestleMania. The guy who does it time and time again, while this might even be too steep a hill for him to climb.
And well, for those, oh, look at this, thumbs to the eyes. And for those of you who are expecting a 5-star wrestling match tonight, folks, I don't think you're going to get it. This is a brawl. This is a fight. Rollins and Gunther. Rollins wearing Gunther out.
Yeah, and the problem in a fight is you cannot dictate the pace. And if you've been out of action for 6 months, it is a dangerous game to be playing. But Rollins here completely unglued.
But Rollins is not forgetting that Gunther put himself into Wrestlemania by attacking Rollins from behind as Rollins was about to take out Paul Heyman.
Yes, he did. And what does Gunther get for that? He is owed a favor by Paul Heyman, but it better, it better be a damn good favor considering the beating he's getting from Rollins here.
Wayne, when is the last time you've seen Seth like this, incensed like this, upset like this?
Well, not only has Seth been victim of relentless attacks in the preceding weeks to WrestleMania from Gunther, he's also been diverted out of the way of his major mission. So Gunther, you're going to take the blows for now, and eventually Seth hopes he'll get back to Paul Heyman et al.
Gunther just trying to regroup. Senior official Chad Patton with his hands full in this matchup, and the fight's going to continue.
Finally, we're underway. That's the
Finally,
we did
in
not
the ring.
get a disqualification for those chair shots moments ago.
And there, big chop by Gunther. Seth Rollins with a boot.
Chop to the Adam's apple that just bounced off Seth Rollins, who, as you say, is so incensed, so irate, and so motivated to cut Gunther down. Easier said than done.
And now Gunther looking to take control. Sleeper hold that's taken out so many men here. Think about AJ Styles. Think about John Cena. And now, went for the German suplex. Seth able to land. Bit awkwardly, but still landed on his feet. You always worry when you see Seth land like that because of the history of knee injuries.
I mean, you have the kind of career Seth Rollins has had. You're going to have a lot of injuries racking from head to toe. Right now, bouncing past everything Gunther throws at him, and now these stomps just...
Well, speaking of stomp, Rollins going for one, and he ran into a clothesline. Wade, this is not what I expected in this match.
I don't think anyone would have expected this, knowing full well these are two technicians. However, clearly bad blood coming to a boil here, and Gunther's game plan from the off was to make this as fast-paced as possible, test the cardio conditioning of Seth Rollins, who's been out of commission for 6 months. Well, Seth passed the early test, but can he dig deep enough to show some major durability here?
Well, Gunther tried to get the upper hand early, and all it did was enrage Rollins. But now Gunther has slowed the pace to where he likes it. That methodical beatdown of your opponent.
Well, Gunther is just disciplined, and he's a driven traditionalist, and this is more in the wheelhouse of Gunther right now. Gunther thrives on predictability, does his homework, preps like a machine. Seth has to throw some curveballs at Gunther if he's going to have any chance from this point. Do something Gunther has not strategized for, but first of all, you've got to get from beneath the boots of the ring general.
It's interesting that Gunther brought up the fact that these two men had one match 7 years ago. Nothing was concluded in that matchup, and it's been bothering Gunther ever since. He claims that Rollins has been dodging him.
Says he's hated Rollins for years, takes issue with the fact that many call Rollins the best bell-to-bell on the planet.
Well, he's got 8 wins in WrestleMania history. Does Seth Rollins over the likes of Brock Lesnar, Triple H. Remember, the heist of the century, the cash-in of the Money in the Bank contract at WrestleMania 31.
You can take nothing away from the career of Seth freaking Rollins, one of the best to ever pull on a pair of boots. But when you talk about the best bell-to-bell, in Gunther's mind, that distinction belongs exclusively to him.
Well, it may be exclusively to Gunther now. One of the things he wants to prove in this match tonight. And Rollins fighting back. Chop right to the back. Now bouncing Rollins off the turnbuckle.
And Rollins all of a sudden looks like somebody who has been on the shelf for the past 6 months and is trying to come back at the very top. No warm-up matches, no easing your way back into this. Simply the brightest of spotlights, the biggest pressure, and against this man mountain, the ring general.
Gunther now has Seth in trouble. Rollins near the top rope. Gunther looking to hook Rollins into a position perhaps.
Deadlift.
No,
He got
Rollins
out of
able
it.
to slip out from behind, and now Seth Rollins.
Buckle bomb.
Gunther's in big trouble now.
Come on, Seth. Buckle bomb.
And
Buckle bomb.
Rollins
Oh no.
with a buckle bomb.
Gunther just isn't used to being thrown around like that.
Position for a stomp. Gunther, once again out of harm's way, delivers a release German suplex to Rollins, who ends up on his feet. Sends Gunther into the ropes, German suplex of his own.
Suplex.
And a clothesline stops Rollins in his tracks, back up to his feet, and one of his own. Rollins is possessed tonight.
Yeah, whatever embers were burning inside Rollins, just enough to throw one big lariat of his own. This was after this impressive buckle bomb from Seth Rollins, dropped with a massive swinging clothesline. But hey, I got some of that too, Gunther. Both men now laid out.
It is an incredible scene tonight with over 50,000 at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas for WrestleMania Saturday. Seth Rollins and Gunther squaring off.
And I'll tell you right now, I thought Seth Rollins was going to be toast by now, especially given the frenetic pace of this one from the off. But the fact that Gunther is the one who's laid out and Seth is the one who looks closest to being recovered is absolutely stunning.
And Gunther with a kick right across the face, and another one by the ring general. Rollins follows it up with a running forearm.
I mean, we talked about this not being a five-star classic. It's simply been a dogfight from the word go. Not looking to show off their range, not looking to show off their scientific skills, just looking to beat the other man into submission.
Gunther just has a massive chip on his shoulder. Rollins upset with the way that this matchup came about.
And Gunther's done a really nice job of slowing Rollins down. That was always going to be the big threat for Gunther. The movement, the agility of Seth freaking Rollins. Well, we just haven't seen enough of that so far from Rollins. And that's because Gunther has backed him into a corner.
Loves to trash talk, loves to bully his opponent. Rollins with a headbutt of his own. Now he's going to fight out of the corner. Chop after chop after chop by Rollins. Rollins taking the fight to Gunther.
Well, Rollins just has that fiery daredevil spirit. When you push him too far, he's going to snap, and now we see that.
Well, Gunther may snap too. Hooks Rollins, stacks him up. Kick out by Rollins. See how quick Gunther is?
Yeah.
Rollins momentarily glanced at the official, and it allowed Gunther to do this.
Yeah, two things, speed of mind, and on top of that, just a sheer power, explosive advantage over Rollins. And Gunther needs to do more of that if he's going to get the win here.
You know, Seth Rollins, we've learned over many years, heart of a lion, tremendous resilience.
Yeah, no doubt about it, but I'm going to give some credit to Gunther here. Look at the names he's retired over the past 12 months, and look at who he targeted for this WrestleMania. Gunther doesn't care about the also rounds in this game. If you're not A+, Gunther doesn't want you. He wants the best every single time.
Well, and Gunther's made a point, Seth, with a list of injuries over his career. He said, maybe you suffer another one tonight. Maybe I end your career.
I mean, that is one way to build a terrifying reputation for yourself, and growing by the month is Gunther's rep.
I mean, no matter what you think about the man, I mean, best in the world inside the ring. That's all I'm going to say now. I've said it on a number of occasions.
Yeah, he's the yardstick for the current era in ring, unsurpassed in all areas of mat competition, and doesn't he know it?
Looks in the best shape of his life.
He's completely match-up proof. I don't care your style, high flyer, power, technical. I'm going to beat you. And
Seth Rollins, though. Seth able to turn things around. He hooks Gunther, and a backdrop, went for the pedigree, and Gunther able to counter, and a big super kick by Rollins. Drops Gunther to a knee. Seth looking for the stop. Caught him with a knee. Seth caught him with a knee.
And this is that pace that's so crucial for Seth Rollins against someone like Gunther. Second bite of the cherry, denied again. What a unique reversal.
Shoulders are down, and Rollins has got to bridge out, but he's still got Gunther in position for the pedigree, which he finally hits.
Gunther tried his best to get out of it, didn't get a full pedigree there, but got enough.
Stop to Gunther! Cover by Rollins! Gunther kicks out at toes!
And that right there might be the moment Seth's hopes got a hell in a handbasket. Not only a pedigree, albeit not flush. That stomp was as flush as they get. And Gunther, there's something inside that human being that is simply abnormal, kicking out from that level of offense.
These two men physically exhausted, physically beaten in a match that went from 0 to 10 immediately.
So many advertisements.
And is that doubt in the eyes of the architect, Seth Rollins? I gave him 2 of my best. It should be over. I should be home and dry. Grabbing that knee I just noticed there. That right knee of Seth Rollins that has caused major problems throughout his career.
Yeah, we saw him come down on it a bit awkwardly early on in the matchup. Now Gunther back to his feet. Is Seth Rollins going to launch himself? Went for a
right on the knee.
Yeah, went for a big stomp there. And Gunther was able to move out of harm's way. Rollins rolls him up, stacks him up, shoulders down. Gunther kicks out into a sleeper. Great counter by Gunther into a sleeper. Magnificent counter by the ring general.
Unlocked center of the ring, a million miles from any rope. Way out of reach here for Seth Rollins. And that is a bigger, stronger athlete pinning him in position.
What a spectacular counter by Gunther into the sleeper. Rollins trying to hang on, trying to create space, trying to create separation, trying to make it back to his feet. Rollins now back to a vertical base.
And that is freakish from Seth freaking Rollins with that vice-like grip now being prized away.
And Rollins is out of the sleeper.
Boom!
Big discus punch by Rollins. And another.
And 2 men running on fumes here. Someone's about to drop here, Cole.
Gunther, what a clothesline! Did you hear that?
Oh man, just when Seth Rollins had the wind in his sails. And it looks like Gunther's ready to take flight, and it might not be of his own volition.
And now Rollins hooking Gunther, superplex. Vintage Rollins, ladies and gentlemen. Falcon Arrow. Gunther kicks out. And now Rollins with a sleeper. Rollins with a sleeper.
Out of the frying pan into the fire, and Gunther might be about to fall on his own sword here.
Is Gunther going to tap out again at WrestleMania? Is Gunther going to tap again at WrestleMania?
Gunther's fading here. Gunther's fading. Whoa!
And he gets his foot on the bottom rope.
He got the rope with his foot.
We've talked about it time and again, that huge frame of Gunther. What an advantage it was there.
And Rollins, now he's got to be questioning himself. What does he do at this point?
I mean, he's thrown everything but the kitchen sink at Gunther, and one way or another, Gunther lives on. And Gunther is living dangerously here, but living he is. I don't think Gunther has any clue where he's at right now. Struggling to even maintain a vertical base on the momentum back with Seth Rollins, and the belief is there.
Rollins, suicide dive, takes out Gunther. And I don't think Seth's done yet. And another one. Gunther's in trouble.
You get Gunther in a position like this, you have to be relentless.
Keep the pedal to the metal, Seth. Another suicide dive. Gunther, though, able to hook Rollins. Powerbomb on the apron.
Kidney first.
Powerbomb on the table.
Absolutely no give whatsoever. And Gunther is not finished there. Oh God, this is getting ugly. Referee keeping a very close eye on this as the count goes up.
Gunther with Rollins up top, turns it around, reversal by Seth. Pedigree on the table.
And that might be a knockout of Gunther.
Seth Rollins no se pertenece en este momento.
And Seth Rollins desperately needs to get the body of Gunther
what the hell is Seth doing over here?
He's not finished yet. He knows Gunther is an absolute freak. Oh God.
Oh no, he's gonna go for a massive stomp.
Oh my God.
Rollins looking for a massive stomp. Gunther has no idea what's going on.
Stomp on the table.
On the announce table.
Oh, that was horrific.
Hit him in the ring, though.
Gunther beaten and busted.
Well, the referee really needs to check on Gunther here because Gunther is an absolute mess at ringside.
What a match.
A pedigree, a
Oh my God! Braun Breaker! Braun Breaker with a spear!
Called it.
Rollins! The Vision's Braun Breaker, the man who kicked Rollins out of the Vision.
The man who's been out with a major injury over the past couple of months. Well, he's back to haunt Rollins.
Breaker broke Rollins in half. Gunther, meanwhile, dragging himself to his feet.
And the referee missed the whole thing, checking, understandably, on Gunther, who is staggering back.
Rollins staring back at his nemesis. He better turn around. Gunther back into play with the sleeper, wrapping the legs around the body of Rollins. Rollins, who could barely breathe after the spear.
He might not even.
Well, this is like taking candy from a baby for Gunther here. A severely weakened Rollins after that spear from the head case breaker.
Rollins is fading. Gunther's got it locked in. Seth Rollins may be out.
I think he's out there, Cole.
Rollins is out. Gunther wins.
Here is your winner, the Ring General, Gunther.
That was an incredible match.
Oh,
that
God.
was absolutely incredible before Braun Breaker came from out of nowhere to end Rollins' WrestleMania dream.
Well, however you need to get the job done at WrestleMania, you do it. I have no idea if Gunther has any clue that Braun Breaker even came down after he was laid out on this desk. Take another look at this, the closing moments of the match. Gunther taking command, kidney first into that ring apron, following up with a powerbomb on our desk, but then it turned around in a hurry. Pedigree, head first, onto the announce desk with no give, followed up by this stomp. Sickening. Skull first, bouncing off the steel desk, and then with the referee otherwise engaged, out of nowhere, the shocking return of Braun Breaker spearing Seth Rollins to hell. And then the inevitable, the squeeze, the sleeper. Rollins is out. Gunther, your victor.
Rollins, the man who formed the Vision in his vision, only to be kicked out of the group last fall, led by that man, the unpredictable badass, Braun Breaker. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Braun Breaker, breakneck speed,
Holy
down
shit.
the ramp. Rollins is defenseless. Spear!
You should have put me down when you had the chance.
Well, 23 miles an hour, top speed down the ramp, all directed at the midsection of Seth freaking Rollins. That is a warning. Stay well away from the Vision, Seth, because there's plenty more where that came from. Well, look who's looking on approvingly.
The Oracle of the Vision, Paul Heyman.
A man who hitches his wagon to the next hottest thing in this industry, and it would be a fool to deny that that man is Braun Breaker.
Things have gone from bad to very worse for Seth Rollins.
Yeah, it does.
The WrestleMania highlight of the night is presented by Aviator. Fly high with Aviator.
Yeah, but looking at the crowd, not a lot of people were satisfied with Paige.
Incroyable avec Brie Bella. Félicitations à elle. On revient évidemment sur les moments forts du match.
Y primer campeonato en pareja para Brie Bella, y primer campeonato en pareja para Brie después de tanto tiempo fuera de WWE.
WWE.
You know, there's watch parties all over the world, watching internationally on Netflix, like in Delhi, India. How about Dublin, Ireland? They're having fun tonight in Toronto, Canada, enjoying WrestleMania 42. Rio Grande do Sul, Brazil. In the United Kingdom at Southampton, enjoying WrestleMania tonight. And in the home of AAA, Mexico City. And WrestleMania is brought to you by Chumba Casino. Step into the ring, play hundreds of free casino-style games. It's Smash Boredom. Let's Chumba. We'll remind everybody that immediately following the main event here on WrestleMania Saturday, we're going to head over to the post-show. Of course, Joe Test hosting the festivities. Big E will be there. Corey Graves, along with Jacob Fatu. How about the Bella Twins and the returning Paige? All in the post-show, immediately following the main event.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the WWE Hall of Fame Class of 2026. Represented by Nick Hogan, Robin Musinoff, WWE Hall of Famer Jimmy Hart, the Immortal Moment recipients, Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant. Legacy Hall of Fame inductee, Bad News Brown. The Worm, Dennis Rodman. X in Smash
Demolition.
Legacy Hall of Fame inductee, Sid Vicious.
Yeah, oh god, the curly hair just like Sid.
The phenomenal AJ Styles. And please welcome Stephanie McMahon. Ladies and gentlemen, your WWE Hall of Fame Class of 2026.
Imagine if he never showed up.
The phenomenal one is here, AJ Styles!
Imagine if he never stood across from the very best. Imagine if phenomenal was just a word.
AJ Styles is the WWE Champion!
Good thing we don't have to. Congratulations to WWE Hall of Famer AJ Styles, brought to you by Xfinity. Make your home feel like the main event with the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi.
As
That's
always,
the power of Xfinity.
They take
Imagine
a commercial
that.
break, so do we.
Tiffy time!
Visiting WWE.com/SummerSlam 2026
SummerSlam in Minneapolis,
dash
Minnesota.
registration.
That should be good.
WrestleMania's in Las Vegas tonight. This is WrestleMania Saturday at Allegiant Stadium. But we are not done tonight. This is a two-night event. Tomorrow, WrestleMania Sunday, the first hour will be on ESPN for the first time ever. It will kick off with Brock Lesnar versus Obafemi. The rest of the night takes place on the ESPN app with the Unlimited plan. And the main event will be the world champion CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. And it's been a long and winding road for the Second City Saint. His wrestling debut, LWF 1997. His journey through the Indies would continue. Mid-American Wrestling, then off to St. Paul Championship Wrestling. He would find his feet in Ring of Honor 2 decades ago. Then his dream would come true. 20 years ago, his WWE debut in the reborn ECW. Then he would win his first world championship in 2008. The famous controversial pipe bomb in 2011. And now, Reigns as the world champion to face Roman Reigns tomorrow night.
What's everybody feel about this music video? Oh my God.
considering Liv Morgan is a woman who thrives in chaos.
And as you can see, the way this matchup starts, no love lost between these two women, Morgan and Vaquer. And Stephanie going to chase Liv outside the ring. Now, here's my question for you. Stephanie's been focused on this match for weeks and weeks and weeks. Liv Morgan has to an extent, but she's off filming music videos, cutting that brand new song, Trouble. You think her head's here or elsewhere?
No, absolutely not. I think her head is right where it should be. She had one of the greatest 2024s of anybody. 2025 was wiped out by injury. Liv Morgan came back for one reason, to get back to the very top. Did the right thing in January, won the Royal Rumble. Now is the time to finish the job.
Yeah, Morgan, a two-time world champion. Hasn't had great success at Mania over her career, but hopes to change that tonight. Off the ropes, turns it into a powerbomb. Stacks up the champ now, and Stephanie kicks out at 2.
Yeah, Liv Morgan's a woman who's been looked down upon by some quarters through her path of her career. Never quite considered at that top echelon. That changed in a big way over the past couple of years, and even to this day, Vaquer isn't quite giving her the credit I believe Liv Morgan deserves.
Well, Stephanie, extremely confident, and there's a reason. She's not been pinned or submitted since coming to the main roster. Liv Morgan, nice suplex. And again, her boyfriend, Dirty Dominic Mysterio, and they both use this move. The three amigos, made famous by the late, great Eddie Guerrero, who's so influential to the career of Dominic Mysterio. Liv Morgan now finds herself in control. What does Liv have to do to win the title tonight?
Just to keep the pressure on Stephanie Vaquer at all times. We know full well that Stephanie Vaquer, with a wind in her sails, only ever leads to victory. And Liv Morgan has to be acutely aware of getting the upper hand, which she has, finishing the job.
Liv now, from high above the ring, top rope, went for the frog splash.
And there you go. It was that beat on top of the turnbuckle that Liv Morgan doesn't normally pull off. That one moment was all Vaquer needed, and here's your favorite move, Michael Cole.
Here it comes.
Bookers, by the way.
And yours, don't lie. Don't get shy now.
And now Stephanie gonna turn into the devil's kiss on Liv Morgan. And you would be wise to stay quiet. It doesn't seem like the pressure of the first WrestleMania has been getting to Stephanie at all here. Knees right to the jaw.
That was beautiful.
Cover by Stephanie Vaquer, and a kick out by Morgan.
And you're right, the pressure just doesn't get to Vaquer. That has been true of day one since she arrived in NXT a couple of years ago on a crash course all the way to the NXT Championship. And that momentum never slowed. And here we go, Cole. Oh, nice reversal there from Liv Morgan.
And Morgan now with a backstabber.
Vaquer might have been looking for that SVB at one point there, but quickly turning it around, acutely aware of the danger of that particular move was Morgan.
And again, Liv Morgan.
Oh, hold on. What's going on here, Cole?
Is she going to do a devil's kiss to her?
Hold on.
Looked like she was going to go for devil's kiss and almost got caught.
And that's the problem. You get a little too cocky in there with a world champ like Stephanie Vaquer, you're going to get into problems.
Now Stephanie with Liv. Isn't enough to retain the championship. That knee to the small of the back, forcing Morgan to kick out.
Just about kicking out there and living incredibly dangerously here is Liv Morgan, and things are going completely off the rails. Double underhook with the knee blasted into the back of the neck. That has done so much damage to all opponents throughout the career of Vaquer. And somehow Liv Morgan is alive in this one, but only just. Vaquer is also dragging at this point too. If she can pick up the pace here, but no!
Code breaker by Morgan. Dropping Vaquer back toward the rope. Stephanie, though, able to roll through, perhaps playing possum. I don't think Liv got all of it. Oblivion! Stephanie just hit Liv with her own move. Oblivion into the cover. Hooks both legs, and Morgan's got a kick out.
Well, what a major statement it would have been for Vaquer, putting Liv Morgan away with her own specialized move, the Oblivion, but it was not to be. And now is this a crisis starting to stir up in the mind of La Primera?
Exactly, but mentally this could screw up Morgan as well, getting hit by her own move, the Oblivion.
Well, Morgan's barely got anything in the past couple of minutes in here, and she's been hit with some major offense from La Primera, who looks like
she's up to the top rope. That's Roxanne Perez.
Well, not a moment too soon.
Vaquer, purse perhaps with a Vaquer Inferno is what she calls it. And now Raquel Rodriguez getting involved. The numbers game from the Judgment Day. Morgan, Oblivion, covered by Liv. Stephanie kicks out.
Well, that was the game plan. If things go wrong, hit the ring, help me out. Roxanne with the distract, the damage caused by the massive Raquel, but somehow Vaquer still lives on here, and this is where it looked like it had gone south for La Primera. Draped over the top rope, followed up quickly with Oblivion. Referee absolutely clueless to what just went down. And that is a late kick out, but a kick out all the same.
And now if you're Liv, what do? You just hit your finishing move, couldn't put Stephanie Vaquer away.
Was clearly going for a second bite of the cherry.
Oh, come on, the officials got to do something about this. Judgment Day is just swarming all over the place out here.
Well, that's always been the playbook of the Judgment Day. La Primera was clearly ready for it.
Oh, no. Now. Looked like she was setting up for Oblivion, ended up going through the ropes and taking out her Judgment Day colleagues.
It's almost a sixth sense there from Stephanie Vaquer. Wait up!
Big cross body from the top rope. Morgan, though, was able to escape.
Well, took out the two miscreants on the outside. Oh, no.
And Morgan driving Vaquer into the steps.
No distraction. Sometimes that is all it needs.
Oh, look at the code breaker from the second rope. Stephanie in trouble. Morgan now. Oblivion for a second time. Cover.
2, 3.
Morgan wins the championship.
Here is your winner and new Women's World Champion, Liv Morgan.
And the man who faces the demon tomorrow, Dirty Dominic Mysterio, comes out to celebrate.
And the greatest love story of our time continues. What a celebration it is going to be tonight in Sin City for these two. Don't party too hard, Dom. Don't burn off all your energy this evening. You'll need some of that tomorrow when you take on the Demon Finn Balor. But for now, it is party time in the clubhouse.
But what a champion Stephanie Vaquer was. And this ended up being a 3-on-1 match, Wade.
I mean, very little chance at this point. It looked like miraculously Stephanie Vaquer was going to pull it out again. So many distractions on the outside. And this was one too many for the now former champ after her first reign comes to a close. What Oblivion right here. And Liv Morgan is back where she belongs, right at the very business end of the women's division, your new world champ.
Liv Morgan as world champion is going to cause a lot of trouble on Monday Night Raw. The Judgment Day in full force. Wade's dancing to the theme song. Dominic's all smiles. Hey, Dom, don't forget, you got the Demon tomorrow.
I told you, I'm the greatest women's world champion of all time.
I don't know about all time.
Well, hey, bring them all the action with all new LJN WWE Superstars Vintage Style action figures. Wave 2 features some of the all-time greats of WWE, including King Kong Bundy, along with Hall of Famers, The Ultimate Warrior, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Jesse the Body Ventura. Look for these figures beginning April 26th at Target in the United States. Hey, Wade, now we're talking Wrestlemania.
Yes, please.
So again, ladies and gentlemen, despite what you think about Liv Morgan, despite what you think about the Judgment Day, congratulations. She earned this by winning the Royal Rumble at nearly 45 minutes this past couple months ago.
Yeah, it tells you exactly how vital it is to earn opportunities for yourself here in WWE. Liv did that, and she converted tonight. New world champ. Congrats, Liv, and the Judgment Day.
And you can't take anything away from Stephanie Vaquero. What an unbelievable champion she was.
And it's always hard when you come into WWE. It's not your native language here. It's not your native culture. She has been absolutely stunningly good for 2 straight years. She will be back to the top eventually. Congrats to you on that reign.
And still to come tonight, and just moments away from this, it is our main event. Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, in a match that has been building for 20 years, defends the undisputed WWE Championship against the Viper Randy Orton. What role, if any, will Pat McAfee play in all this? The Viper Rhodes for the undisputed WWE title. We are moments away from WrestleMania Saturday's main event here in Las Vegas.
Well, pretty soon. Oh, here comes John Cena again.
Night 1 WrestleMania. What an amazing evening it's been so far.
Vince McMahon haircut.
As your host, I have the luxury of announcing tonight's attendance. There's been a lot of speculation on what it might be. Vegas is the perfect city, and I would have bet the over. I look around and there are people everywhere. I am proud to announce tonight's official attendance, 50,816 people. Las Vegas and those around the world, thank you so much.
Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair.
Now, I know it's been a long time since I've been out here with you guys, and I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, Thank you so much for all the love and all the support, whether it's me at home or me in this ring. Thank you so much. I missed you too. Now, you know you can't have WrestleMania without a few surprises now, right? So, John, I think we need to add one more to the attendance list.
Okay. She pregnant. Cool. And then she gets hugged by John Cena. Huh. Heck yeah.
Because the EST is having a baby.
Heck yeah.
Thank you so much for allowing our family to share this moment with yours. I stand corrected. We need to include the youngest WWE superstar in history for 50,817 in attendance tonight. And you can feel the energy here in Las Vegas. All the noise, everybody's focused on this box right here because next up is your main event.
Congratulations to Bianca Belair. Of course, her husband, Montez Ford. Wow, what a shocker at WrestleMania.
I'll tell you right now, that kid is going to be an athlete. Great genetics.
Minutes away from Cody and Randy. All right, WrestleMania fans, we got something exciting for you. A special look at one of the most anticipated movies of the year, Street Fighter, coming to theaters this October. Check it out.
Gathered here are the world's best fighters.
I won't deny I'm a street fighter.
But only one of which will be crowned the world champion of Street Fighter.
3, 2, 1, fight. You win. Perfect. This tournament is not what it seems. We have to be ready.
does an event become an experience? This is how. This is why. This is WrestleMania. We know what it means to our country, but what could it mean to a kingdom? WrestleMania. To be believed.
Wheatley American Vodka and WWE are proud to be joined tonight by Staff Sergeant Yari Arista from the USO and the Air Force here in Nevada. Wheatley raises a glass to Staff Sergeant Arista and all retired and active members of the U.S. military. Thank you for your service. Buckle up. It's time for our main event.
You know, I always watched the relationship between Triple H and Randy. Triple H was Randy's mentor. They became opponents. The relationship wasn't as cozy. And I always thought, I don't know if that's how I want to be one day with Randy Orton, my mentor. And in the case of Randy, I don't think it will be that way. I don't think it will be that way.
I'm not your son and I'm not your brother, but I have always been proud to be your boy. And after the main event of WrestleMania, I want you to know, I will always love you.
It's not personal between Cody and I. I want my legacy to be how much gold I have put around my waist.
Don't let that monster, man. I just don't understand why you're fighting so hard. I don't know if it's somebody in your ear. Now break the... I don't even think I know this version of you, man.
Cody said that I could listen to the voices. He said I could be the Viper. What you have woken inside of me, there's no putting back to bed.
Randy Orton, I am hearing those voices inside my head, finally!
There is one person outside of my head whose voice I am listening to.
McAfee? The business that you're leading is terrible! Randy is gonna save this business!
This is what this business is supposed to look like.
Pat, you and everyone who represents you can kiss my ass!
Cody walks right up onto the stage to ruin our set.
Guess what, dirty words? At WrestleMania in Las Vegas, Randy saves the business.
Hey, let's go!
Right. This hypocrite.
I thought you two were boys.
Yeah, you know what? I've given a lot of thought to this over the past few weeks. That man right there who now is telling the WWE fans what he thinks about them. This is a man who embraced these fans over the past number of years. This is the man who stood next to me when Cody Rhodes finished his story. The night that Cody Rhodes won the championship at WrestleMania. He had tears in his eyes. He was as emotional as I was for Cody Rhodes and what Rhodes had finally accomplished. And now, a few short years later, this guy walks into our business. He disrespects everyone, struts out here with this massive ego, and claims that he's going to change the way things are done around here. I don't know what's happened to this guy. I don't know what's got in his head, except that this ass has an ego that is blowing completely out of control. Fuck you, Omar.
Well, I'm not going to try and add reason to the rhyme of some of the things Pat McAfee has said in recent weeks. Like you, there's very little of it that I agree with, but what it has done is created buzz. It's created eyeballs on this matchup now that perhaps might not have been there otherwise.
Oh, I agree. There's no doubt about it. I said it on ESPN this week. Pat McAfee being a part of this product will always generate buzz. People are talking about it. He talks about it on his show on ESPN. But it's the way he's going about this, and this attitude he has, this larger-than-thou feeling.
Well, he's somebody, and I'll use a Michael Cole / John Cena word from earlier in the night. He is polarizing here in WWE.
Yeah, I got a lot of other words I could say about him too.
We'll get taken off air if you do. He has been loved, he has been hated, he's been everything in between, and right now I think it's pretty much 100% on the hated end of that spectrum.
Undisputed WWE Championship. Introducing first, the talented. Yeah, right, Alicia.
Listen up, you disgusting pigs! Make some noise for the man who stands at 6'5", 275 pounds. A depiction of perfection. Listen up, professional wrestling when he walks out of here tonight. He's gonna show each and every one of you fat-ass bums what greatness looks like as he becomes a depiction of perfection world champion. The man who's gonna save the business tonight, Randy Orton.
And his opponent from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 222 pounds, he is the undisputed WWE Champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
What an atmosphere. Senior official Charles Robinson will referee this championship match tonight, a match 20 years in the making. The mentor Orton, the student Rhodes. Randy creeping up on history. He wins.
Charles, one last thing.
Oh my God, come on! McAfee assaulting Rhodes with a microphone. And now Randy Orton beating the hell out of the champion, and the match hasn't even started yet.
And right before the bell was going to ring, the fix is in. McAfee knows exactly what he's doing. As callous, as cold as you like.
And Cody trying to fight back now. Randy Orton sent into the corner. And now Pat McAfee trying to get into the fray. Sitting duck, Cody Rhodes. Get him! Crossroads!
Well, good night, Pat McAfee.
Take a walk, McAfee.
Thanks for coming. Well, the master plan simply didn't work for McAfee and Orton here.
Okay, Cody Rhodes isn't done yet. And you can't blame him. You can't blame Cody Rhodes, Wade.
Oh, God, Cody.
You cannot blame Cody Rhodes.
Cody has to do
Take
this.
him out, Cody. Take him out.
Man who threw so many barbs at Cody Rhodes, threw physical shots at Cody Rhodes. Well, welcome to the main event of WrestleMania, Pat McAfee.
Everything he's done to you, Cody. Beat the hell out of him. Everything he's done to you. Jelly Roll is here.
A man also
McAfee's in trouble.
McAfee.
Jelly Roll on the Spanish announce table. Jelly Roll and elbow driving Pat McAfee halfway to hell.
Now go give him the one-on-one fight they came to see. Go give him the fight they came to see.
Bring the garbage truck out and take out the trash.
Oh, wow, McAfee completely wiped out. The bell hasn't even rung. On everything now back in the favor of the champ, Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, Cody telling Kittle to take out the trash. McAfee's out.
Well, McAfee needs a stretcher. I think there's one on the way here.
He needs a shrink is what he needs.
And Randy Orton looking on at a flattened Pat McAfee. Whatever game plan was in place for the challenger here has completely gone out the window.
Oh, one other look. Jelly roll with an elbow, driving McAfee through our announce table as Cody Rhodes looks on with a smile. And now, as they get McAfee out of here, Wade, here's the situation. Finally, we're going to get that one-on-one thing I need. That's the match between Orton and Rhodes. Finally, equal playing field. Nobody screwing around. Rhodes and Orton for the title.
Well, the fix was attempted by McAfee, the jump start before the bell even rang. McAfee now has a one-way ticket to hospital.
So wait, I do want to bring this up as they deal with McAfee at ringside. Randy Orton, there's been rumors running rampant online all week long about Randy Orton possibly being injured. From what I understand here, in the locker room today, there was a lot of talk about Randy Orton have a back injury. So will he be 100% tonight?
You know what you call that? You call that a red herring. That's just another thing being thrown at Cody Rhodes to think about. I don't believe it for a second. Randy's been through the wars in his career. We know he's had major back issues. I don't see any sign of that right now. So Randy's fine.
So does this McAfee situation screw Randy up at all?
100%. Clearly McAfee was here to be on the outside, to be a major issue and a thorn in the side. So we take another look at what just went down before our main event even got started as a crossroads, followed up by this elbow drop through the table by Jelly Roll, who'd been attacked by Orton and McAfee in the build-up to this.
McAfee is being carted out. Cody Rhodes is ready for a fight. The Viper Randy Orton looks to regroup. What is at stake here? Is Rhodes' undisputed WWE Championship and Randy Orton's march toward history. A win tonight moves him ahead of Triple H into third place all time with 15 world titles. Flair has 16, Cena 17. Orton would love to break the records. He moves a minute closer if he wins tonight. This is the third main event at WrestleMania in Randy Orton's career. 22 years at WrestleMania this year.
And this is really a position that neither man thought they were going to be in at this point of the match. The opening bell, no Pat McAfee here to help Orton, no Pat McAfee here to distract Cody Rhodes. We're getting straight up student versus teacher. And I'll tell you right now, Cole, it rarely works out well when the student starts to outshine that teacher.
So now the lock-up, collar and elbow tie up into a headlock by Randy Orton. Orton and Rhodes here tonight. What does Orton have to do to win the title?
Well, Orton needs to think fast because whatever game plan he had on the outside with Pat McAfee, he needs to lean into 25 years of experience and come up with a new game plan pretty damn quickly.
For Cody Rhodes, a man who's had a mixed bag in WrestleMania over the years. What does Cody need to do to keep the title?
Well, Cody needs to stay calm. He's been popped through the wood chipper by Randy Orton emotionally and physically over the past several weeks. Needs to block that out, realize this is just another man you are competing against. Time and again, Cody has beaten the best of this industry over the past 3 years. Well, he needs to do it again tonight.
Well, Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes, the relationship dates back 20 years. The formation of Legacy with Ted DiBiase Jr., Cody Rhodes, and Randy Orton. Orton really giving Rhodes his start here at this level in WWE, and there's the shoulder tackle by Orton, who seems to be moving crisply so far.
Yeah, don't believe a word of the hype you see online, Michael Cole.
Well, it's not just
nonsense.
online. There was a lot of talk in the locker room today about it
because
as well.
People in the locker room believe the nonsense they read online. Well, this is Randy Orton, who looks absolutely back to a physical peak.
Cody bounced off the top turnbuckle by the Viper. Randy Orton, who has 9 wins at WrestleMania. He's tied 5th all time with a man we saw earlier tonight, Seth Rollins.
What is Randy's primary motivation? He wants to be the greatest of all time in terms of total championships. He gets one step closer tonight with a victory, a number 15.
Rhodes looking to out-quick Orton. There's the drop down with the right hand. Randy misses wildly. Cody Rhodes on a power slam.
I'll tell you right now, speaking to Cody, I was very close to him during my in-ring career, and Cody would always talk on in rental cars at bars about how much he was inspired and impressed by Randy Orton, how Randy Orton was the perfect wrestler. Nobody has studied Randy Orton as deeply as Cody Rhodes has.
Rhodes now off the second row, went for the Cody cutter, got caught by Orton now, and Randy, and we haven't seen Randy do that in a while. He delivered a backbreaker. Randy came up a bit lame. You saw the way that Randy's back, his body torqued as he delivered that to Cody Rhodes. Now the moment of truth. Remember at the King of the Ring a couple of years back, earlier on, a few months back, Randy Orton now with a thumb to the eye. Cody Rhodes wouldn't pull the trigger on Randy. It almost cost him.
We talk about a back issue. Of course, Randy's career almost ended just a couple of years ago by a major back surgery, and that was certainly something tweaked in that lower back, and we'll see if Randy can shrug that off. That sometimes happens early in matches. You're not quite warm. Those were long entrances, a lot of nonsense on the outside before the match even starts. Sometimes your body cools down. Randy may have just tweaked a little something, and once the body temperature gets back up, he'll be running fine.
Cody Rhodes delivering Randy with the slam. Randy now wildly sending the right hand, and he's hurting, and he's going to roll out of the ring.
It was that back once again, and then I called it a red herring earlier. Maybe this is what the hype was in the locker room.
I told you the rumors started to come out earlier in the week, and then there was a lot of talk about it today, and Randy is really hurting.
Oh God, imagine being Randy Orton. You came down here expecting to be 100%. You came down here expecting to have Pat McAfee in your corner. You're the challenger in the main event of WrestleMania, and everything just went to hell in a handbasket. And Randy's even just looking slow. Forget the pain part, just moving slow.
And now driving Randy into the corner back first. Cody Rhodes being extremely aggressive here tonight. Understanding Orton's got a problem, and now with a half crab, Cody Rhodes going to continue to apply the pressure to the injured back of Orton.
I mean, this is what you have to do when you're as good as these two, that any weakness whatsoever, you have to exploit it. You cannot have a single hesitation. Gold is on the line here. Your career legacy is on the line here. This man wants to take everything from you.
Randy Orton admitting in an interview he did with you, Wade, that Cody's like a brother to him, but this is about his legacy. That is what drives Randy at this point in his career.
Yeah, it was a fascinating interview. I was amazed at how calm and controlled Randy was. There's a certain controlled psychosis about him, which I realize is an oxymoron, but it's true. It's like Randy can flick a switch, and that absolute beast inside him comes out to play.
And I'm impressed with what Cody's doing tonight. No hesitation to attack the weakness of Orton.
Well, not at all, and this is what you have to do at this level. And after everything Orton has done to Cody over the past 4 or so weeks, this is exactly what Orton deserves. Who can forget the blast to the head with that steel chair several weeks ago on SmackDown that left Cody a bloody mess?
Well, Orton
ended that friendship.
Orton blames Cody for all of this, saying that Cody Rhodes is the one that unleashed the demons, told him to be who you are, and Randy took it to heart.
I mean, Randy is just a binary personality. It's black and it's white. It's friend or it's foe. And when gold is on the line, you make a choice. Even if you go back to the King of the Ring tournament, the final. You hesitate when it's a friend. These two stopped being friends several weeks ago.
Well, not if you listen to Randy. Elbows to the ear, Cody Rhodes. Reversal, Rhodes sent into the corner. Up, over the top, scoops up Orton. Pinning combination and a kick out at 2. And again, right to the kidney area.
What do you want to see?
Randy's having trouble just standing. Look at the way his feet are.
Yeah.
He can't even stand right.
Randy is a shadow of the man that has been on the road to WrestleMania, that got himself here. Well, it's all gone awry tonight.
Cody now delivers a suplex. Great strategy by the champ into the cover. And again, these frequent covers also hurting the back of Orton as he has to kick out.
Yeah, absolutely. It applies pressure to the midsection. Constantly having to squeeze your torso when you ride that kick out, just triggering whatever sciatic issue that might be.
Randy just trying to somehow get himself back in the match as Cody Rhodes now looks to climb to the top rope.
I mean, Randy's barely got a shot in for the past 5 minutes. He's been absorbing abuse.
And Randy Orton able to cause Cody to lose his balance, and now Randy has a chance.
The crowd is singing RKO.
And now Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes exchanging blows. Orton needs to end this match quickly to have a chance.
I mean, can he block out the pain enough to deliver enough damage to Cody to put him away? That's the problem. This is not smart.
No, not at all,
Orton.
not at all. Randy letting his instincts kick in, but a superplex to Rhodes won't be good for Orton either.
The Cowboy Bob Orton style. Randy Orton reverting to type and clearly regretting it.
Well, look at this.
You go big or you go home at WrestleMania, and it may be time for Randy Orton to go home because going big there was a big mistake.
But at least the superplex from Orton's standpoint has slowed Cody down a bit. And there's a clothesline by Randy. And now Randy looking to build off adrenaline. There's the power slam by Orton.
This is Randy looking back to his superlative best. And that pain, as much as it's hindering Orton's abilities, if he can block it out, if he can focus, if he can just do enough, there is a path to victory. And this is it.
And there's the drapey DDT, that vintage Randy Orton move, but again, torquing the back.
I'll tell you right now, there may not be a move in the entirety of wrestling that does not involve the back somehow. And even going down and dropping to apparently bang the mat was an issue for Orton there. But there's more than one way to skin a cat.
Back to his feet, went for the RKO. Cody able to counter. Randy grabbed his back again. Now sent out to the floor right here in front of us.
Just a beat too slow is Orton to follow up on what he's planning.
And Cody now runs into a right hand by Randy, and Randy needed that.
A nice club right to the temple of Cody Rhodes, and Randy Orton knocking the wind out of Cody at the right time. As we look at the mess and destruction around us, it may be about to get worse here.
Oh, and Randy Orton loves delivering those blows on the announce table, which he's doing to Cody Rhodes here. Cody does have the advantage tonight, being the champion. Randy's got to pin or submit Rhodes to win the title.
A brave referee who does a double count out here, and talking about brave, I'm keeping well back from Randy Orton.
Saw that smile across the face of the Viper.
Kiddo again, bro. He's been all over this camera.
Suddenly you see that belief might be back in the eyes of Randy Orton.
Oh no, Orton driven into the post by Cody, and Cody looking to rally.
Cody's been softened on, but he's got a die-hard spirit.
This has been a physical match, and Cody, of course, he was attacked before the match even began by McAfee and Orton.
Which might have been the best thing that could have happened to Cody Rhodes based on how things turned out in the aftermath of said attack.
And now, oh, Randy Orton. Orton's been busted open, and now Cody Rhodes with the right hand. And Cody now going to focus on that wound on the forehead of Randy.
Should head first into that steel ring post, and the effects are apparent to the entire world now. And Randy Orton's problems continue to spiral in this main event with the WWE title hanging in the balance.
And now an irate Cody Rhodes, an angry Rhodes, taking advantage of everything he can against Randy Orton.
You imagine Cody Rhodes 4 weeks ago perhaps would have had some sympathy, some empathy from his former mentor, from his former friend. He can't show that tonight, Cody.
Yeah, but a lot has changed in the last 4 weeks. Complexion of the industry, the business has changed so quickly because of what has happened in this rivalry. Cody, as Randy Orton is begging for mercy here.
Cody never thought he would be in this position tonight. He didn't think he'd get a Viper so softened up by injury.
And Cody showing no mercy at all.
But nor should he.
Oh, and there it is, the disaster kick by Rhodes. Randy Orton drops in the ring. Cody's got a chance into the cover to retain the championship. Orton just gets the shoulder up.
Well, Orton is a shell of a competitor right now, and you're in there with one of the greatest in Cody Rhodes. Not where you want to be. We're going Rambo style tonight.
This has become just a methodical beatdown by Cody. Almost enjoying what he's doing to Orton.
Well, it's catharsis, isn't it? Everything Orton has put Cody through over the past month or so. Well, here's your reward, Viper.
Well, I mentioned at the top of the match, Wade, at some point, everybody reaches that breaking point. And we wondered if Cody was going to reach it tonight.
Black hair, Cody.
Well, Cody beating the hell out of Randy Orton here. And Randy Orton just looking limp.
Cody's been through so much mentally. And now dragging Randy Orton up to the second rope, and Cody Rhodes may be about to deliver some of Randy's own medicine. Drapey DDT by Cody.
Well, this will be an emphatic way to put down the Viper for good.
This is a different Cody Rhodes tonight. Randy talked about his legacy. It's about Cody's legacy as well. A three-time world champion.
And you feel if Cody can put something on Orton here, it really is game over. And Cody wants to do it in style, my God.
And now just mocking Randy.
Uh-oh. Don't do that.
Randy slowly to his feet. And Cody sent it to the corner. Randy Orton. Randy! Crossroads to Cody. Cody kicked out. Orton not close to a 15th World Championship.
Well, a burst of energy and a burst of ideas at exactly the right time there from Randy Orton. Simply transcendent from the Viper, connecting just when it looked like it was over with that crossroads and spinning momentum back in his favor. But how quickly can Orton get back to being the Viper? How quickly can he put a stranglehold on this match? Now he has the advantage because Cody has been rocked.
And now Orton slithers into position, coiled and ready to strike. Randy Orton measuring Rhodes, went for the RKO, backslide by Cody, shoulders down, Orton kicks out. Got him! RKO by Rhodes, and Randy kicks out.
The most dangerous 3 letters in all of wrestling, but only when applied by the Viper. One backslide immediately pounced upon with an RKO, delivered with panache, but not delivered with enough to get the 3 count.
It is crunch time in the undisputed WWE Championship match. Cody Rhodes, the champion. Randy Orton, the busted open challenger, who just collapsed on the floor in front of us.
Cody, the man who has this industry pumping through his veins, the man who has defended us against all the insults from McAfee, from all the attacks by Randy Orton, now looking to finish the job. Randy Orton took the low road while Cody Rhodes happy to meet him there.
And now delivering. Orton slammed to him as well, and this is a completely different Cody Rhodes. The breaking point has been reached for the champion.
It's WrestleMania, it's the main event. The gold is on the line against your current most hated nemesis, a man who tried to take from you everything you hold dear.
Everything you hold dear.
I don't even know if Randy knows where he's at, Wade.
And he's won matches from that position before, though, Cole.
No doubt.
You can never write off the Viper, although that moment is looking near.
Cody measuring Orton. RKO out of nowhere. Randy for a 15th world title. Rhodes kicks out.
Well coiled, ready to strike, written off by the entire planet, but still venomous as ever. But somehow it wasn't enough. This is where it's game over for Orton until it wasn't. RKO connecting, and astoundingly a kick out from a broken Cody Rhodes. And two men who look completely spent in this main event, but someone has to win this thing.
Orton spent, Rhodes is spent. The main event of WrestleMania Saturday. Everything on the line. The prestigious WWE Championship. Cody Rhodes maybe getting to the upper hand here. Randy Orton, though, turns it around.
Who'd you back in a slugfest? The bigger man, unless that bigger man is partially injured, or his opponent pokes you in the eye.
Rhodes to the eye. RKO to the official, Charles Robinson.
Well, Randy was blinded. I don't know if he even was aware that that was the official.
Cody poked Orton in the eyes. The official didn't see it. And now Randy Orton stalking Rhodes as he goes to his longtime friend, Charles Robinson. Orton now from behind. And Randy went to, he was going to go low, wasn't he? And Cody went low on his own. Poke to the eyes, low blow by Rhodes.
We'll take this fight wherever you want to, Randy. That's the message from Cody Rhodes.
Do what you gotta do. The way this man has been treated, you can't blame him. RKO by Orton. Cody went for the Cody Cutter. Randy Orton with an RKO out of nowhere, and there's no official.
Oh, Jesus. Oh. What the hell?
Who gave him a referee shirt? Who made him a damn official? Is this legal?
No.
And Cody had to kick out. There's no way this is legal.
Well, Pat McAfee apparently protected by higher-ups in TKO, as has been alluded to on SmackDown the past couple of weeks. Who knows at this point, Cole?
Referee Charles Robinson starting to come through. Randy Orton now. RKO to McAfee! Sit down, Pat! Put out another damn brace! Crossroads!
champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
The student became the teacher tonight. Cody Rhodes with the killer instinct. And that stupid Pat McAfee may have cost Orton an opportunity to win his 15th world title.
Well, this is a matchup that ended up looking nothing like any of us anticipated. And this is where Cody poked Randy in the eye. Ref missed it. Ref then ate an RKO. Randy attempted the low blow. Cody was wise to it. Low blow of his own. Well, this is where things really took a crazy, crazy turn. An attempt from Cody turned into an RKO. And before Randy could make the cover, Pat McAfee had turned up, made the pinfall, didn't make it. Randy throwing RKOs out with abandon, but Cody ready to capitalize. One crossroads later, still QB1 and still the champ, Cody Rhodes.
We talked about all this man has been through over the past few months, hell, the last 3 years. But Cody Rhodes stands victorious tonight. And Orton with the title off an already bloody Cody.
Is he gonna hunt him? Takes his head off.
Oh no, no, Randy, don't, Randy, don't! No! The Viper showing his true colors. So much for his brother, Cody.
And that, guys, is the end of night one. So stay tuned. We'll see you tomorrow night. Same time, same place. Okay, until then.